Hi, this is a new episode of Podcaststuffandsuch, and I would try out something new, or I try again. So because podcasts are really hard to find people, so I just try it out on YouTube. So for now, and to be upfront, English is not my first language, so I just want to try out also that if my English is good enough that people can understand me and this works. And and I thought, and I had and I tried it out this episode before, so I would kind of have had a chance to rephrase some things, but there was so much like that I said, and I know people hate that so much, and that is so from school to buy time to think. So I don't use in German. I don't. So my first language is German. I don't use. I don't know such a word in German. I don't know if there is that, like in German we say and then it's a lot of but like it's just like a full word, and it's. I know why people get bored by it so much, so I try to re-record it this episode. So it's not totally authentic, but I try to do this, and also I try to do it under 10 minutes because that's not my strong case, but I try. So I had some thoughts. I was watching recently people doing tier lists. If you don't know what a tier list is, that is like a ranking system based on alphabetical letters. S tier being the best, and F most of the time the worst. And then I was thinking, are there many people who are S tier? Like people that you know, or in your life, or famous people. And what kind of started this thought for me was hearing about the Dave Grohl thing, because he he represented himself like as a really humble, kind, down to earth guy, and in a way, probably everybody's thought he was big in the 90s. He was in one of the biggest rock bands, and then he also got made another band and made them huge. So, like on his bingo card of being a rock star, some shit he had to uh, had to have. Like there has to be one thing that he did that is typical rock star shit. And now this came out with his affair. And on the other hand, I had like some intuition to him, because he was, for me, sometimes I was thinking he's kind of too nice. And people who are kind of too nice are most of the time not that nice. But you never know. Like I kind of thought he was like pretty okay guy. I don't know. I'm not sure about just saying that about people that you never encountered. It's really difficult. So, but just like from his appearance, how he talked, and yeah, he was pretty charismatic, to say the least. So, and then I was watching an interview with Paul McCartney. I'm not sure which year this interview was, and then in this interview, I'm not sure if it's brought it up, but or he just speak about it, and he said like, it doesn't matter how elevated you get in life, you still worry. And then and then the interview was like saying, well, you kind of did, like you achieved, you proved yourself. What do you have to worry? And then it kind of got derailed. I think it could have been a really deep conversation, but probably he didn't want that. But that got me thinking, like, I'm so I'm so sorry. Um, Maybe, like, if you are a person who achieved so much in life and is really famous, and he is a musician who will be famous till his death, which is a rare case. Um, but you know yourself, and you know your you as a human is not so great. Then probably you would worry, because you have to worry that, yeah, you did all that thing, but you're not a so great person. And yeah, you can try and stuff, but maybe he did some shit that is probably like not, he couldn't come back from it if people would find out. And I just say that by proxy, because I think probably most of your bands, people that you look up to, if they got famous pretty early in their life, I say before 25, it is most likely that they did some shitty things. Because I think, and there I come back to my prognosis and my thesis before, not many people are S tier people. So not many people will handle fame without abusing it and just, yeah, just using it to their advantage, to disadvantage to other people. And I think most of us will not handle it great. And I don't know, I never had that, but I have to be honest, and probably if I would have become famous, oh, this is really difficult. If I would have been famous before 20, probably I would have done some shitty things too. And so I think, and that got me thinking, we have probably not many people on this earth that are S tier. And then I was kind of thinking, are there people on this earth in S tier, or are just human not ever be capable of that? Because we all have faults, we all have sides of us that we don't want to show people. And probably, I think probably there's probably a ranking how bad you can be, but I think we all have like one thing that if people know this about us, probably not many people would like us. And just by being not, yeah, like not showing that side of yourself, you just get kind of have the chance to even connect with many people, because I think most of us wouldn't have the chance to connect to so many people if they know everything about us. So yeah, and then I was thinking, like, there are probably some S tier people, but those people, they don't care about the recognition, so you don't know about them. They are the people that don't don't do a nice thing only if the camera is rolling. They don't donate money with their big name on it. They just do it. And so you never hear about them. And I think it's a heroic lifestyle to be this human, but probably most of us don't want to have the disadvantage of this lifestyle. So probably most of us are not S tier human. That's kind of my thoughts on that. So yeah, let me hear your thoughts about it. That was kind of like a test, and I kind of checking now if it's over 10 minutes. Oh yeah, we're under 10 minutes. It's perfect. So thank you for your time, and yeah, see you next episode. Ciao.